into some death battles. Ruby Rose. It's only one Ruby Rose I know. One I really care about. Anyways, and Maka. Oh, her last name was Albarn? Or Albarn? Albarn. Maka Albarn. I know from Soul Eater, you know what I'm saying? I don't know this one, Rwby, but you know, I know Maka. And Maka from Soul Eater go crazy. So we're gonna definitely watch this motherfucker react to this. If you guys enjoy the reaction, please like, comment, subscribe, and join the society. Comment down below what you guys like to see and shit, subscribe from up, you know what I'm saying? Definitely gonna get back to the daily reactions. Oh, they both got sides? Oh, okay. Okay, so some
Rwby Rose versus Maka Albarn.
The battle of spunky teens with oversized
Maka Albarn.
gardening tools. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I remember when Mama Boomstick read me bed.
You guys already want to prophesize. Maka's finna win this motherfucker. I'm already knowing. Well, I'm pretty sure they finna go into Ruby's backstory first, because I don't know shit about Rwby.
Time fairy tales, stories of heroes, and warnings about eating those little berries and quicksand. So much quicksand.
Yet in the world of Remnant, fairy tales are real. Here, huntresses do battle with monstrous Grimm, and there was nothing more exciting than that to Rwby Rose.
Daughter to the world-renowned huntress, Summer, who disappeared. Little Red really wanted nothing more than to be a
Huntress leader of Team Rwby, trained by Crow Branwyn Yang, Oblek, Professor Ozpin, and Professor Ironwood, likes books, cool weapons, her family, and Penny. Eats cookies and drinks milk. Official VTuber.
a huntress.
Her dedication paid off. Admitted into Beacon Academy 2 years ahead, a premier school for huntsmen and huntresses, Rwby clearly showed prodigious talent.
Not just that, she's got the weapon geek gene just like yours truly. Rwby doesn't leave home without her trusty Crescent Rose. It may look like a high-tech scythe, and it is, but it's also a gun. Rwby made Crescent Rose herself. It's like a dance between Grim Reaper's Choice and
Okay, Crescent Rose, personally forged at Signal Academy. Blade can rotate 360 degrees. Forms, scythe, sniper, war scythe. Nigga, sniper? Maka finna get God Usopped? Oh lord, nigga. Dust, fire, gravity, ice, hard light, lightning, steam, stone, and wind. It can do all that? It can shoot all that? Damn, okay. I'm pretty sure Maka's still gonna take it though. Like, I don't know. It depends on who she defeated with this scythe. If it's nothing next to a demon lord, I don't want to hear it.
bolt-action sniper rifle.
A dance is fitting, as huntsmen are locked in a never-ending waltz in their battle with the Grimm.
Crescent Rose can switch between sniper and scythe at the press of a button. Rwby's an old hand at flinging and moving it exactly how she wants, despite it being, like, bigger than she is. How does she do it with those noodle arms? The girl can't even throw a punch.
Well, she might not need to, given the strength of her aura. All living beings in Remnant have an aura, except dark creatures like Grimm, though not all of them can utilize it in combat without extensive training. See, aura forms a barrier that blocks fatal blows and even heals wounds.
It can make weapons stronger too. When Rwby slaps a cartridge of dust into Crescent Rose, her aura lights up nature's wrath in man's hand.
Dramatic, but accurate. This dust represents the base elements of the
Avatar?
world. Fire, electricity, ice, wind, anti-gravity. Is that last one?
So her aura gives her a barrier, enhanced physique, enhanced healing, enhanced senses, bolsters, dust, and weaponry, aura restorative items, semblance, pedal burst, superhuman speed, teleportation, molecular intangibility, and silver eyes. Yeah, Maka still got this, I ain't tripping.
Count?
Rule of cool, Wiz. She's got the eyes of a hawk, and when she shoots you with dust, a bullet wound's the last thing you'll be worried about. With enough of a boost, ice dust can freeze over whole mechs, and she can power up her kicks to crater military-grade steel.
A person's aura
Dust
may
should
be
comparable to Whis, which is able to kill a Queen Lancer that had previously survived a 3.6 kiloton explosion.
But Rwby can keep track
We're
of
starting
hers
to
with
get
this
some,
handy
some
health
big
bar on her
words.
not
Kiloton
smartphone.
explosion.
Rwby blasted through Huntress classes with flying colors. Almost
Still
right
not
away,
getting
she
fun.
was appointed the leader of her own group with Weiss Schnee, Blake Belladonna, and Big Sis Yang Xiaolong. Oh, I
Oh,
get
that's
it.
Weiss.
Team Rwby.
But Ruby's hope for many years of learning with her friends would be dashed as evil machinations spread like wildfire. And with a flash of silver light, Beacon had fallen.
Ruby's friends? Dead. Her school? Totally wrecked. Her
Damn.
sister? Disarmed. All because of a lover spat that went way too far.
Salem saw the world divided, and it was time to say goodbye to any happily ever after.
But Rwby wouldn't give up like that, so she set off to change the world.
Even as Crescent Rose began to feel heavier and heavier. Could she really save the world like her fairy tale heroes? All she did is what she's always done and never stopped moving forward.
Because Crescent Rose wasn't the only thing she needed. She had to improve her semblance too.
Right, while aura is essentially the manifestation of one's soul, the semblance is an expression of their personality.
Basically, it's a superpower farmed by aura, and Ruby's got super speed. Or a teleport? Or what is she doing exactly?
Close, this is Petal Burst, a mixture of speed, teleportation, and intangibility. Rwby can rocket from one point to another in milliseconds.
By literally bursting into petals.
Sort of. According to Best Robo Girl Penny, Ruby's semblance is extremely complex and variable. It involves breaking her body down to its molecular components before zooming off in complex paths, negating the laws of mass entirely.
AKA Super Speed Plus. And Nora is best girl. Ruby's petal burst is so quick she can make flying missiles look completely still. Good luck tagging her with a bullet or a breadstick.
She is certainly quick enough to give Emerald and Mercury a hard time, and they've dodged actual lightning.
She's faster than Blake, who could keep up with the most cringe faunus of all, Adam Taurus.
Well, he did draw his sword fast enough to parry an actual particle beam. In real life, such a beam is created by accelerating charged particles to just under light speed.
So, that's impressive.
With such a powerful ability, Rwby could safely shine her smile for years, even as she carried the fate of Remnant across the world. To her friends, she was a beacon of hope.
Well, yeah, because she's got one more superpower. Her silver eyes. Just
Silver
like her mom,
eyes.
Rwby inherited them from the god of light as a weapon against negative anti-life energy, like the evil goop Grim spawned from. Just a wink and blam.
Grim are a creation of the god of darkness as a representation of malice, or malignance, and destruction. The silver eyes can counter Grim powers with his light of life. With his light of life, this is shown in her battle with the apathy, where Rwby's silver eyes restored her drained willpower. Interesting.
Sayonara, Dragon of Darkness.
But Rwby's skills didn't
knows all
falter
these
after her
Marvel
time at
comics,
Beacon.
ain't gonna lie.
As she journeyed across Remnant, she leveled up to compete with all sorts of powerful magic and mechanized foes. Her team could even match the Ace Ops, an elite squad of longtime professional huntsmen.
Including Harriet, whose super speed semblance was totally outclassed by Petal Burst, and Vine, whose aura was strong enough to contain a bomb that was about to decimate the whole city of Mantle. Man, these are some pretty powerful auras.
Though it's important to remember, Rwby is only 17 years old. The weight of being a leader, a savior, and a huntress like her mother would get heavier and heavier and heavier.
She got over it. Look at her go!
Taking Crescent Rose firmly in hand and sending a message of unity to the rest of the world. Rwby had finally left the fairy tale behind, taking one more step toward the day we've waited for.
Today's battle is sponsored by Prize Picks.
We all make decisions every day, but on
Look, Death Battle, I love you niggas. I love y'all a whole lot. But I just can't pay attention to Prize Picks.
it's good to be right.
Surely you guys understand, right? Right? Right.
What if you can create your own website?
A few moments later.
A sound soul dwells within a sound mind and a sound body.
But all the unjust evil souls of this world are on the Disney Fast Pass to becoming a Kishin.
Destructive gods mutated from good-natured souls. A Kishin could plunge the world into chaos and madness. If only someone could stop them.
Bing bong, it's the DWMA.
mean
Welcome
Death
to
himself?
Death Weapon Meister Academy, where death rules. Literally, his name is Death.
Here, Lord Death
Oh,
tests
really?
humans to become spiritually talented meisters of demon weapons.
AKA people who are also a weapon. No, really, they transform into weapons. Guns, ninja stars, hammers, you name it. A Meister weapon pair kills and consumes lost souls to keep the Kishin away. Jack the Ripper? More like Jack the Fraud.
And so, the demon weapon Soul was paired with the dutiful rising star, Maka Albarn.
Talk about your classic teacher's pet. The kind of girl who leaves
She was 13 when the anime started? Damn, okay, Maka. 2-star Scythe Master at Death Weapon Meister Academy. Possesses a Grigori Soul, 1 in 50 million. Weapon partners, Soul, Tsubaki, and Spirit. Who is Tsubaki? Isn't Tsubaki the girl that isn't Tsubaki Death Star's shorty? Spirit, who's that? Oh yeah, she hates unfaithful men because of her father.
an apple on the desk and goes, "Teacher, you forgot to give us homework." And then we jump him.
As if Soul's any better, a weapon who's too concerned with being cool to do any real work.
Hey, Soul's not just any demon weapon, he's a scythe. And he's got his sights on upgrading to the highest level of Death Scythe.
Which would be a high honor. And lucky for Soul, Maka always aims high.
With that common goal, Maka and Soul formed the dream team. All they needed was 99 Kishin eggs and the soul of a witch. Easy, right?
Maybe, since Maka is extraordinarily perceptive at spotting and examining souls. She can detect spiritual presences from millions of yards away, and can discern its nature, stability, and emotions.
Time for class then. The two trained hard, but their styles kinda weird. Okay, so Maka guides Soul in the direction she wants to.
I ain't gonna lie, I remember this shit though. The piano. Hey, that nigga can really kill the fucking piano. Hey, that nigga's a pianist. You can't even cap on his skill. I'm like, damn, for a nigga in the anime, you really playing that shit though, huh? Like, had me want to start hopping on piano. You know what I mean? Who was going crazy as a piano? There was a lot of black artists that go crazy on the piano.
Go,
I'm
but
not gonna
Soul,
name it,
the
but
scythe,
it
does all
made
the
me wanna
actual
go ahead and start
movements
playing
himself.
this shit. Okay.
Maka's the Meister.
And I used to learn, one of the first instruments that I tried to like really teach myself while it was around me and in front of me was the piano, because my grandma had a piano and my uncle had a keyboard, and I was on that motherfucker all the time when I was around their crib and shit.
Soul's the weapon.
Like conductor and instrumentalist, a Meister weapon pair cannot work in harmony without total cooperation.
Too bad their teamwork sucked. They fumbled the easiest chance for Death Scythe status, F-.
Maka just
Damn.
could not get in tune with Soul's wavelength. She was skilled, sure, more skilled than most.
Keyword, most. There were plenty of rivals showing her up, like Blackstar and Tsubaki.
Really puts a damper on the straight A's when this show-off is doing better than you.
It was up to Maka and Soul to improve their teamwork through Soul Resonance.
What I said about
Literally.
wavelength wasn't metaphorical. Rather, wavelengths are the means with which Meister and weapon draw strength through each other. Think of two wavelengths as different emotional amplitudes that must merge at one alignment.
If the Meister's the guitar and the weapon's the amp, then they create a feedback loop to increase its frequency. That's Soul Resonance.
Soul Resonance creates a telepathic link and surges their strength and speed.
And preps them for cool scythe moves like the Witch Hunt Slash, a big energy strike that puts the L in evil.
As the name implies, it works especially well against witches and other evil creatures. It's not exclusive or anything.
It's actually really deadly against evil because of Maka's rare anti-demon wavelengths.
So she has-
Basically, being a goody little two-shoes gets her the
She has an anti-demon wavelength. Hunt slashes, witch and demon. Number 6 hunt, letter U hunt, letter I slash, scythe menace severing. Kishin hunt slash, Maka chop with the soul resonance and the soul perception. I'll tell y'all, Shorty not losing against Rwby. This is looking too stacked, if you ask me. Let's proceed.
power of purity or whatever.
Maka and Soul were becoming a synchronized unit, though one would sometimes need to rein in the other's idiotic habits.
And the other guys gotta stop their annoying overthinking, Wiz.
But everything changed after a, unique encounter with Krona, which nearly killed Soul.
Now Soul had an ogre pal in his head, waiting for him to swing on over and play the piano. Yep,
Literally.
Soul got infected with black blood.
Black blood was specially brewed as a weaponizable blood. It hardens and strengthens its user's body, inside and out, increasing their physical ability. They can even block blades with their bare skin.
Too bad it comes with a little side effect of madness with a capital M.
A force of fear and sadness all living things possess, which threatens to ruin the world.
So it was kind of a big deal that Maka was bummed by how she got Soul in a jam. But thanks to Soul, she got over it and even
Okay,
welcomed
man,
in
Soul's
their new
strong,
little
Soul.
ogre buddy.
Now when Soul plays his grand piano, their soul resonance sings even louder through the black blood.
Giving Maka all the perks of black blood too, even the crazy parts. Bet you didn't expect that, Krona.
But evil saw their plans through. The Kishin Asura had arrived. Madness was spreading everywhere.
So Maka and Soul had to
Hey.
lock in and
Hey.
upgrade their witch hunt.
Nigga, that fight was hey, Death versus Asura. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie.
To the even stronger Demon Hunt Slash. They went on even more missions to reach souls with classmates like Blackstar, and that guy outran his own shadow.
Perhaps the most obvious evidence ever of faster than light speeds, and
Damn.
Maka could finally keep up with him.
Pair that with her fight with the demon tool Gopher, who could obliterate whole mountains, and you've got one hell of an ass kicker.
And yet,
16
Maka's
kilotons
relationship
of
with
TNT.
Soul still faltered. Soul was the real star here. Even other Meisters were trying to take him as a weapon, away from Maka.
I mean,
What?
he literally moves himself, so Maka couldn't help but wonder if she was holding him back all along.
But Soul
Aw.
said the truth. In all of their missions, their teamwork was the key to their victory. An orchestral performance is only as good as the one conducting. And so, their wavelengths played in harmony, and Maka donned a dress of black blood.
It's
So this isn't in the manga. They said in the anime, Maka has a different final form in which she manifests scythe blades from her body due to her father being a death scythe. This form does not. Wow. So she doesn't get the death scythe form. So she gets this. Okay.
armor, literally made of blood, and it lets Maka fly around and shoot out her soul as an epic sound wave. So freaking metal!
At the same time, Soul discovered he could hack souls and directly transmit Maka's anti-demon wavelengths, basically shutting their enemy completely down through Soul Adagio.
And they finally achieved Death Scythe! The dream's here, baby!
So when Krona's own black
Carved through Gopher's blast, outpaced Medusa's vector arrows, consumed the souls of 198 humans in a witch. Damn. Nullified Guriko's soul wavelength. Okay. Tanked Asura's Vajra, which pierced death. Kept up with Blackstar and Death the Kid. Yeah. Isn't Blackstar the nigga that kept saying he'll be the man that defeats a god? Survived attacks that split clouds and crater the moon. See, I'm like, was Rwby shit ever saying some shit like this? They just mentioned TNT and fucking mechs. She survived attacks that can crater the damn moon. Yeah, Maka's taking this W.
blood reached its final stage,
Ain't no need
Maka
to
and
worry
Soul
about that.
flew to the moon. A moon small and unassuming, but so dense it has the same mass as the planet itself. The very world's sanity was at stake.
Krona might have gone insane, but Maka still reached out to their new friend's soul until the Kishin showed up to ruin everything. Come on, Asura, they're having a moment here. Timing, bro.
In what would be Maka's final exam, Maka, Soul, and all of their friends faced off against the Kishin.
And she
Okay,
passed. A+. Maka
They said that Soul. Hold on. They said characters from Fire Force have shown greater feats than Soul Eater, but these are highly contextual, and Maka will not scale to them. They're highly contextual because Fire Force is before Soul Eater, so their whole universe. Their whole like fabric of reality created this shit from Shinra alone. So it's like I don't think that's fair if Shinra's like the god of this world. I don't think that shit's fair. Of course, he had to dumb it down.
And all of their friends faced off against the Kishin.
And she passed. A+. Maka pulled her weight and perfected her teamwork with Soul. Their wavelengths were pitch perfect.
Asura did everything he could to separate them, crater them into the moon, punch holes in Maka's chest, tamper their souls with madness, and each time they successfully realigned their wavelengths.
Until they kicked his ass with one final upgrade, the Kishin Hunt Slash. Maka Chop! Now that's what I call absolute cinema.
Because a sound soul dwells within a sound mind and body. So should you feel overwhelmed by evil's roars, just write 4242564 whenever you want to knock on death's door.
Congratulations to us.
Wiz, your ego is showing.
It always is. And why not? This death battle is episode 200.
Well, yeah, it's a big deal, so we've got a big discount on our website to celebrate.
That's www.deathbattle.gg.
Website members already get awesome deals like
Okay, them niggas been going at it for that long? You would never thought.
cool as fuck.
Let's go ahead and get back to it.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a scythe battle!
No cap. I'm ready. She built like Red Riding Hood.
Okay, it's official. This is so not cool.
Oh, come on, Soul. Our target should be here, so try helping out. Hi! Who you looking for? Little Red Riding Hood, your humanity has strayed from its just path. And the Shinigami...
She just hit the same joke I did. Yeah, she built like real Little Red Riding Hood. I ain't gonna lie.
Who you looking for?
Aw.
Little Red Riding Hood, your humanity has strayed from its just path. And the Shinigami has called... Oh my gosh, your boyfriend turns into a scythe! Oh, that's so cool! Your soul is ours! I like my soul, thanks.
Won't lie, Red. Your moves are sick, but too slow for my Meister.
You haven't seen anything yet. Focus. She's good, but we can handle it.
Yeah,
Let's go, so
All right, full opponent, Maka. Go ahead and start us off. Damn. I'm blind. She definitely lit. Ain't no way. Damn.
Stop hitting
God, Lee, Maka. Let me rewind that back. Me? Bitch.
Stop
Oh, nigga. She being her ass. She bought out the
Get back
sniper
here.
for that ass. Oh yeah. She said phase who, nigga? She was no scoping all of that. Nigga, all the elements.
Soul, hurry!
Oh, my nigga missed her jam. She went for the dome. Oh yeah, she don't. That's black blood.
Interesting. Her soul forms a barrier. Try helping out.
Relax.
She not finna use them silver eyes not finna work on Soul and Maka, huh? I don't think so. She beat her ass. Fuck with the music, nigga.
Sorry, but I'll never stop fighting. I'm Ruby Rose, and I am a huntress!
Soul.
Rwby, hey Shotty, we gonna need you to say that with more more like you is a huntress, Shotty. You gotta yell that shit from the bottom of the depths of your fucking soul. Like literally from your, you don't got nuts, so from your coochie, like you gotta bring that motherfucker out and say you was a huntress. I ain't gonna lie.
Adagio.
Rwby!
The wavelengths.
That
Damn
shit
it,
works.
jeez. Stay strong, Maka. You got this.
A simple, honest soul. Ruby Rose, huh?
I knew it. I knew Maka was
Rest
gonna win
in
that.
peace, Rwby. But hey, it's not often you
She
get
put
to
up a
see
good fight.
scythe-on-scythe action like that.
Let's
Word.
break this down
I mean,
with the
she put up
4
a good fight.
categories that best represent this matchup. First, strength.
Or a supercharged Ruby's strength way higher than you'd think, like kicking this Grim through steel. But Maka's soul resonance could match Gopher, who destroyed mountains.
Now, Team
Insane.
Rwby did defeat Vine, whose aura contained a bomb that could have wiped out a city.
Adding up their flight speed and how far Harriet said they'd have to fly to avoid the blast, that's a 366 kiloton bomb.
It's possible Ruby's own aura possesses a similar level of, say, energy strength, though her semblance obviously can't replicate what Vine did.
Black Blood Maka got blasted by Asura into the moon. Yeah, it's small, but its mass is the same as Earth's, right?
Putting Asura's strikes at 2 quadrillion tons of TNT. Over 5
So utilized chain resonance to amplify Maka's stats for portions of the Asura fight. However, this was a much smaller amp than the Black Blood dress, and he had stopped doing so before Asura's crater feat.
billion
Alright,
times
cool.
higher than Vine.
So, Maka takes strength, but speed wasn't as clear cut. Ruby's a fast little gal. Maka kept up with Blackstar, faster than Shadows and whatnot. But as they improved their skills, Rwby and her friends could outspeed Atom.
Who blocked a particle beam. Though given the distance and time to react, Atom moved about 42% the speed of light. Not
Atom
quite
moves fast.
faster than your own Shadow territory. Still,
Really?
Ruby's Petal Burst has become far faster than this over time, and clearly gives more than a 2-time speed increase on top of that 42%, making her well past light speed.
Definitely enough to take on Harriet, who was all about speed. Angry speed.
This isn't to say Maka couldn't keep up thanks to Soul Resonance, but Petal Burst makes this comparison close enough to call it a tie.
Okay,
And their
okay.
speed would be key to winning in skill.
Come on, Wiz. Call it what it really is. It's
Maka got it.
Scythery.
That's not a word.
Maka's Scythery was pretty
Maka
good,
got
but
it.
Soul does all the movement for her. As a Meister, she was mostly a guide.
It's easy to assume that Ruby's scythery was superior. She's entirely self-sufficient at dancing with her weapon.
Soul's own control is still a factor here, but it doesn't change that Ruby's been swinging that thing for way
Okay.
longer than Maka. Ruby's got
Okay.
Scythery in the bag.
Perhaps
Okay.
this edge would be enough for
I
Ruby
said
to
Maka,
avoid
but they
Maka's
say-
far
they
greater
say
strength
Ruby is Ruby.
if she
I
had
say
the
Maka.
better powers.
So,
I'm
Aura's
sorry.
really cool. Barriers, healing, superpowers, and so on. But it's got one big weakness.
It is a finite resource that is required for all of Ruby's powers.
Petal Burst, activating dust, even powering up Crescent Rose takes juice and some aura. Once it's gone, Ruby's totally vulnerable.
And there's a second key factor regarding aura. It is specifically a manifestation of Ruby's soul.
And Maka's powers are all about taking on souls. Maka had lots of ways to break through Ruby's aura, like Soul Adagio.
And since Maka is exceptionally gifted at examining souls, she could definitely figure out how aura works.
But
she
plot
saw right
twist,
through her,
what
too.
about Ruby's silver eyes? Her anti-grim eye beams. Turns
I thought
out
them
they
hoes
were
was not
actually
gonna
her
work.
best secret.
Bitch, is that the 10 Sagan was gonna work against Maka? Nigga, you gotta be straight from the Naruto verse for that shit to work. Nigga, stop, the Byakugan was gonna work? Actually, the actual Byakugan might work, but like I said, you gotta be from the actual Naruto verse to understand that shit though. You gotta
Weapon.
be
The
actually
negative
from Naruto.
power of Grim is quite
better.
similar to Madness wavelengths, which power Black Blood. Since anti-demon wavelengths
I shouldn't be reading everything, but it's like the silver eyes provided Rwby with minor resistance to emotional manipulation, but the madness wavelengths can induce those effects to targets that have resisted such powers. Rwby was also affected by Emerald's hallucinations, making it unlikely that she can negate madness.
can cancel out Black
she can-
Blood, the silver
She can negate madness. Why I say negate? Negate madness. I'm over trying to read this.
eyes should achieve a similar effect.
But Maka and Soul's whole story is about reaching that perfect soul resonance. Asura tried every way in the book and more to separate their wavelengths and failed. And we already talked about how much stronger he is than Rwby. Maka takes powers, cause when she rose to the occasion, Rwby didn't stand a semblance of a chance and bit the dust.
The winners are Maka Albarn and Soul Evans.
Wait, his name is Soul Evans?
Soul
Next
Evans.
time on Death Battle.
Evans. Blade versus who? Who the girl?
Subscribe.
Oh, Blade versus Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Nigga, Blade taking the dub, nigga. Look at the blacker. Anyways, chat. That's the end of the video. You guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, join society. Go ahead and comment down below what you guys like to see. Shit. Go ahead and subscribe to a nigga for more, you know what I mean? We definitely go ahead and doing this shit. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't been posting like regularly. Let's see how long I really do this shit. Yeah, alright y'all. Deuces. Y'all be breezy. Stay easy. Stay calm.